Having explored the principles, elements, and violations of the Arizona Consumer Fraud Protection Act, CFPA, we now turn to the key enforcer of this powerful law, the Arizona Attorney General. The Attorney General serves as the state's chief legal officer and plays a central role in protecting consumers from deceptive and fraudulent practices. The Attorney General's enforcement authority, granted under ARS Section 44-1524, ensures that the act is not merely a statement of policy, but an active, enforceable safeguard for the public. This section explains how the Attorney General investigates, prosecutes, and remedies violations of the CFPA, including those involving real estate transactions. The Arizona Consumer Fraud Protection Act, enacted in 1967, was intentionally designed to give the Attorney General broad powers to enforce its provisions. The legislature recognized that most consumers lack the resources or expertise to confront deceptive business practices on their own, especially in complex fields like real estate. Therefore, under ARS Section 44-1524, the Attorney General is authorized to receive and investigate consumer complaints, issue subpoenas, compel testimony, examine records, and bring legal action in both state and superior courts against individuals or companies suspected of violating ARS Section 44-1522. This comprehensive authority allows the Attorney General to act as both investigator and prosecutor in cases of consumer fraud. The process typically begins when the Attorney General's Consumer Protection and Advocacy section receives a complaint. Consumers, including homebuyers, tenants, and investors, may submit claims alleging deceptive advertising, misrepresentation, or concealment of material facts. For example, a buyer might file a complaint after discovering that a developer sold homes on lots without approved septic permits, or that a broker made false claims about future neighborhood amenities. Once a complaint is received, the Attorney General's office evaluates the evidence to determine whether the alleged conduct violates the CFPA. If probable cause exists, an investigation is launched, during which the Attorney General may issue subpoenas, interview witnesses, and request business records from the parties involved. Under ARS Section 4-1524, if the investigation reveals violations, the Attorney General may initiate civil proceedings in Arizona Superior Court. The goal of such proceedings is twofold: to stop the deceptive conduct through injunctions and to secure restitution for affected consumers. The courts are empowered to issue temporary restraining orders or permanent injunctions under ARS Section 44-1528 to prevent continued violations. These injunctions might, for instance, halt a developer from marketing land under false pretenses or stop a real estate company from using misleading advertisements. The court may also order defendants to repay consumers for losses or to cancel fraudulent contracts altogether. The Attorney General may also seek civil penalties of up to $10,000 per violation, as provided under ARS Section 44-1531A in cases involving widespread misconduct, such as fraudulent subdivision sales, deceptive investment schemes, or false advertising campaigns. These penalties can amount to millions of dollars. For instance, a developer who sells unpermitted lots as ready to build or advertises non-existent amenities could face large cumulative fines and be required to refund all affected buyers. These financial penalties serve not only as restitution for victims, but also as a deterrent to others who might consider similar deceptive conduct. In addition to civil enforcement, the Attorney General has the authority to refer cases for criminal prosecution if the fraudulent activity involves willful and intentional deception. While most CFPA violations are handled civilly, deliberate schemes to defraud consumers, especially those involving real estate investment scams, may result in criminal charges such as fraud, forgery, or theft under Arizona's criminal code. The Attorney General's office works closely with county attorneys and law enforcement agencies to prosecute such cases. An important feature of the CFPA is the Attorney General's discretion in enforcement. Not every complaint results in litigation. Many cases are resolved through voluntary compliance agreements. In these situations, the business or individual agrees to stop the deceptive conduct, pay restitution, and sometimes submit to ongoing monitoring. This cooperative approach allows the Attorney General to achieve quick consumer relief without lengthy court battles. However, when voluntary compliance fails, the Attorney General acts decisively to protect the public interest through formal legal action. The authority of the Attorney General also includes public education and prevention, a vital component of consumer protection. The office regularly issues consumer alerts, informational campaigns, and online resources to educate Arizonans about potential scams and deceptive practices. Topics range from real estate fraud and rental scams to predatory lending and investment fraud. By raising awareness, the Attorney General fulfills the preventive purpose of the CFPA, stopping deception before it occurs. The courts have consistently upheld the Attorney General's broad authority to enforce the CFPA. In State XRL Babbitt versus Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, 1974, the Arizona Supreme Court affirmed that the Attorney General's powers under the Act must be interpreted liberally to protect consumers. The court emphasized that the Attorney General need not prove intent or actual damages. It is enough to demonstrate that the conduct was likely to mislead a reasonable consumer. This interpretation strengthened the Attorney General's ability to act swiftly against dishonest practices across industries, including real estate. In real estate-specific contexts, the Attorney General frequently collaborates with the Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE, when licensees engage in deceptive or misleading conduct. Both agencies may take coordinated action. The Attorney General pursuing restitution and injunctions under ARS Section 44-1528, while the ADRE imposes professional discipline under ARS Section 32-2153A3. This partnership ensures comprehensive enforcement. The public is compensated for losses, and dishonest licensees are removed or sanctioned to prevent future harm. Review summary. The Arizona Attorney General is the primary enforcer of the Arizona Consumer Fraud Protection Act. Empowered under ARS Section 44-1524, the Attorney General investigates, prosecutes, and seeks remedies for violations of ARS Section 44-1522, including deceptive practices in real estate transactions. The Attorney General can issue subpoenas, compel evidence, file civil actions, obtain injunctions, and order restitution for victims. Civil penalties of up to $10,000 per violation may also be imposed. In serious cases involving willful fraud, criminal prosecution may occur. The Attorney General's office also promotes consumer education to prevent fraud, ensuring that Arizona's marketplace remains fair, transparent, and accountable. Discussion. What is the primary responsibility of the Arizona Attorney General under the CFPA? Answer: to investigate, prosecute, and obtain remedies for deceptive or fraudulent practices in commerce, including real estate, under ARS Section 44-1524. What remedies can the Attorney General seek in court? Answer: injunctions to stop deceptive conduct, restitution for victims, and civil penalties up to $10,000 per violation under ARS Section 44-1528 and ARS Section 44-1531A. Can the Attorney General prosecute criminal cases under the CFPA? Answer: yes. When fraudulent acts are willful or part of an intentional scheme, the Attorney General may refer the case for criminal prosecution. How does the Attorney General work with the Arizona Department of Real Estate? Answer: the Attorney General enforces consumer protection laws through restitution and injunctions, while the ADRE disciplines licensees for dishonest conduct under ARS Section 32-2153A3. Closing remarks. The Arizona Attorney General stands at the forefront of consumer protection in the state. Through investigation, enforcement, and education, the Attorney General ensures that businesses and real estate professionals operate with integrity. The authority to issue subpoenas, seek injunctions, and obtain restitution gives the office powerful tools to maintain fairness in the marketplace. For real estate licensees, understanding the Attorney General's enforcement role is crucial. It reinforces the importance of transparency, honesty, and compliance with the law. Upholding these principles not only prevents violations, but also strengthens public confidence in Arizona's real estate industry.